there was a clockmaker named Elias Whitmore. His shop was nestled at the end of the cobbled main street, filled with the sound of ticking clocks and the faint smell of old gears. What set Elias apart from other craftsmen was his peculiar collection of timepieces, each one unique, as though it held a story of its own. One evening, a storm rolled into town, its thunderous growl shaking the old wooden beams of Elias' shop. Just as he was about to close, a stranger entered. The man was soaked to the bone, carrying a clock in his hands that seemed older than time itself. "This needs fixing," the man said, placing the clock on the counter. The clock was extraordinary. Its brass casing shimmered with an unnatural glow, and its face bore symbols Elias had never seen before. But what truly captured his attention was the way the clock's second hand seemed to move in reverse, yet the minutes and hours continued forward. Elias examined it carefully. "Where did you get this?" The man hesitated. "It's not mine to keep. It's a relic, a key to something beyond understanding. But it's broken, and time itself is unraveling because of it." Elias scoffed, thinking the man was mad. Still, he couldn't resist the challenge of fixing such a mysterious piece. The man left without another word, disappearing into the storm. For days, Elias worked tirelessly on the clock, unlocking mechanisms that defied logic. When he finally repaired it, the clock began to hum softly, and the room was bathed in a golden light. Suddenly, the shop dissolved around him, and Elias found himself standing in a vast expanse of swirling colors and shifting shapes. Before him stood the stranger, now cloaked in robes of light. "You've done it," the man said, his voice echoing. "You've repaired the keeper's clock. Now, you must take my place." Elias felt the weight of the clock in his hands. "What do you mean?" "You are now the guardian of time," the stranger said. "This clock is the anchor of all existence. Protect it, or let chaos consume everything." Before Elias could protest, the stranger vanished, and he was thrust back into his shop. Everything seemed normal, except the clock now sat in the center of his workshop, ticking steadily. From that day forward, Elias noticed strange occurrences, frozen moments in time, people appearing where they shouldn't be, echoes of conversations that hadn't yet happened. He realized the weight of his new responsibility and the power he held. And so, the quiet clockmaker became the silent guardian of time itself, his shop the thin line between order and chaos in the universe.